This is the Huameng YS3M. It is I don't want to say new, but a 3x3 from Huameng, which is a sub-brand of Moyu. It is really good. This is the ball core version with teal internals. It's really fast, and yeah. In this video, I'm going to be setting it up, and yeah. So I'm not going to do anything to the spring nor the maglev because I've already tweaked it just a little bit, and I never even realized that I was going to really make this video. But I mean, if I can show the maglev setting, the compression is the same, the stock. It's this purple thing, and it's just on the first one. It's out of the box. And I have loosened the screw a little bit, and I don't know really how to tell how loose the screw is, but like it's really, I guess, almost on the same level as the purple thing. And I guess if you look here, it's about that loose. And if you look here, it's like that. So, I mean, yeah, this just works for me as there's still enough control to feel like I'm not gonna, like, the cube isn't gonna explode, but it also feels loose enough that I can do stuff. And also the corner cutting, this is just without any extra lube, just, you know, the corner cutting's literally like perfect. In reverse, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how it is. So now let's get on to the lube. So I've taken off one corner piece and one edge piece. And what I'm going to do is use Dignitas, FZ Rush, and this massive thing of D&M. I'm going to be using these three lubes. I was contemplating using Gravitas instead of Dignitas, but I think I would rather use Dignitas. So, yeah, let's get into it. Let me find the applicator. Hold on. I forgot to add some info for people who are setting this cube up themselves and who might not have Dignitas, FZ Rush, and D&M at their disposal. First of all, FZ Rush and D&M are great. I highly recommend them if you like fast things. And other lubes that I know will work are going a straight angstrom setup, which is Gravitas, Dignitas, and D&M. That will work. Doing just FZ Rush will work. Also, I've heard a lot about this lube. I don't have it, but I've also heard that FZ Calm works as it's a good mid, like does everything, keeps it smooth, controllable, and everything. I don't have it, so I'm doing something more, I guess, advanced. But you could do that. You could also do, instead of Dignitas, you can use a weight lube, like a weight 5 or something. That could work. And I've also heard using Mystic instead of FZ Rush will also work. It's really just preference and what you have at your disposal. These are just the lubes that I used, but I mean, yeah. Okay, so if you're going to be following along, the first step before you do any lube is to fully disassemble the cube. Just like take all the pieces out and then grab like a rag and just clean off any factory lube and any dirt or dust or anything that can be in here. This is especially important if you've had this cube for a little bit. But I mean, this cube is nearly brand new, so we should be fine. It's been cleaned before. I just have never lubed it before, so I guess it's just a clean slate. Okay, let's put the rest of these back. Okay, wait. Alrighty, let's start with our Dignitas. And yeah, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna grab this applicator. We don't need a lot of Dignitas because I like my cubes extremely fast. So we're just gonna take just a tiny bit, and we're just gonna put it on these tracks. And I might grab a little more. We just want it nice and balanced. So as you can see, I'm gonna try to hope this camera doesn't go out of focus. But yeah, we're gonna bring it here, and as you can see, there's we'll add a little more over here. But yeah, this corner has a fair bit of Dignitas on it, and we can just put it in here at our edge back, and we're just going to break it in a bit. And the thing about Dignitas is as it breaks in, you can kind of feel the cube getting slower. Like, it's going to be slower, it's going to be more controllable, stuff like that. And I'm not going to fully break it in because that will take a really long time. And I do think this is a good amount of Dignitas, so we should be good. Let's screw it back on. And we have to be careful because Dignitas is very messy. So, yeah. So we're just going to break it in for a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to spend too long breaking it in, but yeah, I mean, okay, now what we're going to do is add a bit of FC Rush. And what FC Rush does is it gives the cube like a fast, but also keeps the control. And it's mostly like a smooth, fast lube. So this cube could probably do it just FC Rush, but I don't want to do that because the Dignitas gives it like a control aspect better than FZ Rush does, and also DNM. We have to use DNM. If you know me, I cannot use a cube without DNM. But I mean, I'll just put we'll start with 2 drops in here. So we're gonna put it on the pieces. So yeah, that's our 2 drops. And we're gonna try not to, okay, well, where's the rag? We need to make sure the outside doesn't get too lubey, or else you'll be fumbling around. It'll just be dropping and stuff. But yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I can feel this. The cube is super smooth. And also getting faster. Let me grab the rag again. I think that's a good amount of FZ Rush, just 2 to 3 drops. It should work fine. And if we check the inside, you can definitely tell, well, in person you can, that, yeah, there's lube in here. You can tell there's lube in here. Yeah, I mean, we're going to break this into. Yeah, I mean, this is already really good. I really like this. It has a smooth but fast turning feel. Like, I can spam, you know. Yeah, let me try an F prem and a V prem. Yeah. Now, I don't think this cube needs a crazy amount of DNM, so I'm just gonna add just a little bit, just to ramp it up just a bit more. Make sure the camera's in focus. Okay. I will say maybe 2 drops. So that's 1, 2. Okay. Now this cube should be really fast. And you might need to use the rag again, but yeah. You don't want to over lube with DNM, or else the cube will become super gummy. But I don't think we're seeing that much of a problem here. And my hands are a bit sweaty, so I might have a little bit of problem. But it is what it is. Make sure the outside is nice and dry and clean. Yeah, I mean, this is really good. You know, I can turn fast and also have control. Yeah, let's do a solve. Hopefully I don't screw this up. But yeah, let's see. Okay. Whoa, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a good cube, all right? There's not much you can do to screw this up, and I think this did pretty well. Now, I did add a little bit more lube than I normally would, but that's just so I don't have to come here every day. Just, you know, I have to lube this every day. I have to do this, you know. I think with a lot of break-in, it will just be a really nice, reliable cube. Wait, I didn't inspect, but whatever. Yeah. So after some break-in, during this average, this is pretty much my thought process. It's good. I like it. You can turn fast on it, and it's still very, very controllable. I feel like the cube definitely doesn't deform as much as some other fast cubes do. I mean, yeah, it's basically, it feels a lot like an YS3M, like a lot of people say. Basically, what people say about it is pretty much right. Yeah, I mean, it's fast, it's controllable, it keeps its shape very well. I will say one thing that I have slightly against this cube, one tiny little nitpick, is, and it's mostly a thing on my end, the turning style. Like, this cube warrants a more heavy turning style. Like, I'm used to more light and airy cubes. Meanwhile, this cube has more, like, you have to put a little bit more force into turning. And that's not me saying the cube is slow. It's definitely not. It's very fast. Just, you do need to use a bit more force. And I mean, I can still turn on it. I'm sub 15 with it. So yeah, it's just a small little thing. And yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one.